Hey everybody, and welcome to my video tour of day one of having a toolbox. So this is a Mastercraft Maximum. It's meant to go on the top of a big roller box. It's discontinued as far as I believe. It's actually a year old. I've had it for a year, but I had nowhere to put it because my garage was more or less almost literally like an episode of Hoarders. It was actually absolutely terrible in here. You could not walk in here. I got fed up and I cleaned it up. Obviously I threw some stuff in there, but for a while I had my truck parked in here. This pile right here, that's just old sports stuff of mine and my family's that's gonna get donated. It's been there for a couple days. This is obviously a dirt bike, Honda CRF 250R. This is a Ford 302 engine from 1978 that I bought. I'm trying to get into engine building. I want to throw it in my truck, potentially, not sure yet. I drive a 1969 Ford F100 with a 300 straight 6 in it. And you know, for some fun, might want a 302, who knows. So yeah, back to the box here, because basically what happened is I bought a lot of tools and I had nowhere to put it. I basically had them lined up on this table here, and anyone who has a lot of tools know that does not work. Being a car guy, obviously you gotta have your sockets. Whoops, tripped on my dirt bike there. So we'll start on this side. Snap-on, all the way here. So what these are is 1/2 inch deeps. Oops, gotta focus the camera here. There we go. 1/2 inch deep from 3/8 to 1 1/8. And these are all 3/8 drive. Deep, semi-deep, shallow. They go from, what does this say? 1/4, it's pretty small actually, to, I don't like how SnapOn has their readings upside down, 7/8. So yeah, that's that. These, I use these a lot. Yeah, 3/8 is just a popular size more or less. I don't have 1/2 inch short or 1/2 inch shallow snap-on stuff yet because my guy is out of them and he said he would get new ones in the first quarter. This is currently December of 2013, so it's last quarter. So I just got this Mastercraft stuff here. I mean, it does the job and nothing wrong with it, but you know, I'm a young guy, I'm 17, so I want to buy good stuff and buy it once and never buy it again. Tucked away in here we have shallow, what is this? Mastercraft 1/4 inch stuff, and then deep 1/4 inch stuff. What brand is this? This is SnapOn. And in there, got my spark plug wrenches, or spark plug sockets, sorry. Now for the metric side, same thing. We got the deep 1/2 inches, 3/8 in all sizes, and the temporary Mastercraft stuff. And in there we have, believe, what brand is that? Craftsman. And then these deep guys here are SnapOn. And then just some random sockets I have. This is, before I bought my set, this is 22mm. That's gotta take this guard off here, but it would be the axle nut socket for my dirt bike. I didn't like how it was 12 point though. I'm not a fan of 12 point stuff, but that's all my store had and I needed a socket for it, so you make do with what you got. And no, I'm not a fan of just using a crescent wrench. This is a 26mm 1/2 inch. I use it for bicycle forks specifically a Fox 32mm stanchion bicycle fork. This is a 36mm, or is it 32? 32, half inch. Looks kind of funny because it's so huge with the half inch. Should be something like 3/4 or almost 1 inch. This is for the rear axle on my bike here. That's what that is. These guys. Right there, focus, yes. And here. Imperial, metric, what these guys are is universal sockets. They're Craftsman. I can't afford the SnapOn ones. I'm not that rich. I believe this set from SnapOn would be I think it's something like $500, something stupid. Can't afford that. Torx guys here, and then Allen bits, and those almost look like Robertsons. What's this big bulky thing, you ask? Well, let's find out. This is a seal driver for the forks on my dirt bike. And how it works is you've got these guys here. They come apart in 2 pieces. Just gonna focus this camera better. That seems to do the job. It's from Motion Pro. It's a company that makes tools for dirt bikes and stuff. Yes, this can come all apart if you really want to. And what you do is, say you've got your fork tube here. You put that on, spin this 9 degrees so that the crack here doesn't line up with the crack here, and it will never come apart, and then you can smash it down and you drive your fork seal in. By the way, this is a table I quickly made. I needed a table, so I made a table. I built it to take it apart, so it's not the sturdiest thing in the world. These guys, why are they up here with the sockets? Well, my friends, a pick set is the best, I don't even know how much I paid for it, but it's the best purchase I've ever made. I never used to believe in them. Then I was on the SnapOn truck with my friend, and he sort of bought them for me with my money. But I thank him for it every day, because this 90-degree hook here, best thing ever. I've never found an instance where that has not worked, and well, now I don't know what I'd do without it, really. It's just, get a pick set. I'm not even gonna go into detail, just get a pick set. Okay, first big wide drawer. What is this? Wrenches. So this is Imperial. These Craftsman ratcheting ones, I haven't used them yet. I'm a little disappointed at how like thick this is. I guess we'll find out if that gets to be a problem. These guys are Mastercraft Maximum. Goes from 1/4 to 1 inch. And then you got the stubbies there. 3/4 to 7/16. Yeah, wrenches. Everyone knows what they're for. Everyone knows that they're useful. Same thing with metric. Yeah, more or less same thing. What's this? 13mm to 8mm, I think it says, and then 4mm to 24mm, and then 10 to 18 in the stubbies. To those of you who don't have ratcheting wrenches, you have no idea how handy they can be. I said I never used these before, but I'm at my friend's house all the time, and he has them, and boy do they sure help. And then I come to my house and work on stuff and really wish I had them. If you got the money for it, get these. I actually got these on a Black Friday sale, $25 for the set. So I paid $50 for 2 sets. In this, yeah, I'm obviously lacking in the plier department. This is just cheap stuff. old screwdrivers I had lying around. I'm going to shell out and get Knipex pliers of every kind I'll ever need. If you've never used Knipex, like, I don't have any examples on me. My dad's got them and he's out of town right now. But Knipex, especially in their adjustable pliers or their side cutters with the fancy new hinge, they're just amazing pliers. Check out the website, knipex.com, I believe it is. They make some, it's like tool porn basically. It's the SnapOn of pliers. That's all they do is pliers, and they do it well. These guys are not needle nose. They're snap ring stuff. Needle nose with a spring. Don't like these as much. These are just cheap. I bought these to do the rear brakes on a Toyota. Front brakes on a Toyota Yaris. That's what I did, because these didn't do well enough. I used it to push the piston back in. That's what I did. Yeah. This bottom drawer here, it's just kind of, I don't know. Like I said, I just got this box today, so it's obviously a bit empty. Allen keys, as you can see. These are valve shims for when I'm adjusting the valves on my dirt bike. JD jetting kit for my carburetor, helped a whole lot. Spoke tool for my bicycle. Spoke tool for my dirt bike, but it's the world's cheapest thing ever. It's like it's pressed out of sheet metal, and it does not, like, that's excessive play. They should have made it to a better tolerance. If you're gonna make a specific tool and you're the only one who sells that tool, you know, maybe do a good job of it. My video cut out there. These are just spark plugs for my truck. This is a anodizing sample. See, you may be wondering by now how I have money for all this stuff. You know, Snap-on's not cheap, we all know that. What I do is CNC machining, and I make drywall taping tools for the industrial guys, and we make the stuff for Marshalltown here, and anyone who does drywall knows that that's a big name. I work for Columbia here, so Marshalltown just gives us the work to do, and we put our name on it. This big bottom drawer, that's just a work table. Here I've got stuff here. This is start with this. From a fork on my dirt bike. That goes on there. And then this guy here, I ground it out a little. That can go on there. So yeah, it's just a fork specific tool. And so is this guy. I made that. Blue Loctite, everyone knows what that is. This is a chain ring tool for a bicycle. They make it out of cheap aluminum thin crap, and that's really well, aluminum soft, so you need some special tool for it. This is a tool for brake pistons when you try to put them back so you can actually get the caliper over. You use that guy. That kind of system's typically only used on, from what I found, cheaper Japanese vehicles in the rear. Brake spoon, because my truck is rear brakes, or drum brakes. Mic, knife, safety glasses, safety first. This is a bottom bracket tool. 1/2-inch socket goes in there. And what this does, let's go to my bike here. On the bottom bracket here, these teeth, pretending these crank arms aren't here, goes over, and that's how you can get your bottom bracket off. It's a specialty tool. This is made from straight line. They actually make bike components. This is the only tool they make. It's aluminum, and as you can see, I've rounded the corners a bit because aluminum's too soft. It's bad material for this tool. I don't like it. But I got it for free, so whatever. This is a tap and die set. Let's pull this guy out. Like I said, I do machining, so what machinist doesn't have taps and dies? Lots of dies there, lots of taps there. I believe it's a 41 piece set. I don't use it much, but you know, it's obviously nice to have some taps here and there. Why is that not closing? There we go. I'm a car guy, so whoops, tripping on this wood here. Vacuum gauge, compression tester, and this is a shock pump for a bicycle right here. In here I got all my ratchets. These are all SnapOn except for these two guys. This is 1/2 inch, 17 inches long, I believe it is. Whoops, smashing on things. It's got that rubber grip here, really helps in the cold, and I live in Canada, so it's cold out. This is a shorter one. This one's 3/8, and it's got the, can't really do this with one hand. It's pull this down, this guy here, and then it'll bend like that, and let's just click it into place there. If I want to lock it, what do? Pull it down and then over to the right, which is kind of cool. So down, over, it locks. Extremely well built. You know, it's SnapOn. If you're gonna offer a lifetime warranty, usually they don't want to actually do the warranty, so they try to build their product right. All these are fine tooth. Like just listen to this, or this guy, or this guy. You know, even this guy. They're all fine tooth. Thankfully, this 1/4 inch has that button. Nothing's more annoying than a 1/4 inch socket with no button, and you're trying to pull off a shallow socket. That just, yeah, that doesn't work. This is Mastercraft. You know, I had this before all my SnapOn stuff. I definitely recommend SnapOn stuff if you want to pay for it. This was about $170, then $160, and kind of went down from there by $10 with each one. Good stuff though, for sure. What's this? Extensions in every size possible. 12 inch to 1 inch and the 1/2 inch drive, some 1/4 inch stuff. I don't use 1/4 inch that much. 3 inch to, I believe, 10 inch and 3/8 drive. And if you want to get real big, up top here, I got this guy, which is 24 inches, I believe. No, that's 18. No, this is 18, this is 24 inch, and then I got a 36 inch guy. Doesn't even, that's how massive it is. I use these on transmissions, in case you're wondering. I pulled and rebuilt the transmission on my truck. It was not shifting into 3rd gear. I kinda, in a way, I wasted my time because it wasn't going into 3rd gear due to a vacuum leak. But when I had it apart, I found a broken reverse band, so that kind of justified rebuilding it. Plus I threw in some race clutches and race bands, so it can handle more power now. Now, torque wrenches. Every car guy and basically any guy who uses sockets and stuff is probably going to need torque wrench. These are right tool. Both of them. This small guy, what's he do? 30 to 200 inch-pounds. And this bigger guy is 30 to 250 foot-pounds. And they are excellent quality torque wrenches. I recommend them to anybody. They're just super well built. I prefer them to the SnapOn stuff, and I'm a SnapOn junkie, basically. I'm addicted to it. It's a weakness. Anybody who has a weekly visit from the SnapOn guy, I don't, but I'm just trying to relate. Anyone who has that weekly visit, well, they look forward to it. They're like, yay, Wednesday's coming, I can spend money now. But yeah, I'll just put this down here. So, instead of those little locking screws that the cheap guys have, this you pull down and then you can twist. So and it locks on its own. Once that pops up, you're locked. It will not twist. It's got this 3 setting here with it in the middle there. This guy within the middle. This will not turn with it there. You know, other than that, it works like a normal ratchet. The sound it makes it sound like, it just sounds like it's a delicate but well-built precision instrument. When you're speed torquing, you don't get the idea that it's actually a ratchet, which in a way is good because, you know, these things are delicate. If you drop one, you're supposed to technically recalibrate and all that. So, yeah, it's torque wrenches, just don't use them as actual ratchets, use them to torque. But, yeah, like I said, extremely well built. This goes for both of them. I'm just holding the small one. My only beef is that they've got silver lettering here over a chrome surface, and I don't know what they were thinking, but that is extremely difficult to read under, like, just see, look, you can't read that writing there because of the reflection. You have to move the camera to here. Now you can read it. Well, now you got this shiny light bar going across. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know what they were thinking, but they screwed up there. So yeah, if I make another video, it'll involve probably more screwdrivers, pliers, wrenches, because I need those. And hopefully soon I'll have my SnapOn 1/2" shallows. Yeah, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. My name's Jackson. Might see you again soon. Who knows?